since you brought up the situation in L.A., I feel I have to comment. First of all, let me be clear. The President is escalating this situation. This isn't just a disagreement about the right course of action or the appropriate way to enforce immigration laws. Hell, President Obama deported far more people than Trump, those with criminal records, and he did it responsibly and lawfully. He didn't need to call in the National Guard. And guess what? Trump didn't need to either. In fact, the governor didn't even ask for the National Guard to be called in. And I'm looking back at a quote from Donald Trump in 2020 after January 6th, when he was asked about why he didn't call in the National Guard. He said, "We have to go by the laws. We can't move in the National Guard. I can call insurrection, but there's no reason to ever do that, even in a Portland case. We can't call in the National Guard unless we're requested by the governor." That's Donald Trump's words, but boy, he's changed his tune. Trump, and I gotta love this, Trump praised the National Guard for calming the situation. They weren't even there yet. They weren't even there yet, and he's praising them. Because this isn't about enforcing immigration laws. It's about creating a spectacle to justify his authoritarianism. This is what he wants. We learned today that Dr. Phil, yes, that Dr. Phil, was embedded with ICE agents during the raids in California. Now, are you really going to try to tell me that this isn't a White House escalated, made-for-TV spectacle? Give me a break. That's exactly what this is. This is a manufactured crisis, unnecessarily made, produced, and orchestrated by Donald Trump because he thinks it helps him politically. Constitution and simple human decency be damned. And let me be clear, those who engage in violence, anyone who engages in violence, those that harm our law enforcement should be brought to justice, period. But I support the right to peacefully protest in this country. So please, to my Republican colleagues, please, please, spare me your lectures, spare me your outrage, spare me your crocodile tears for our brave first responders. You all and the President stand up and talk tough about supporting law enforcement. Trump said nobody's going to spit on our police officers. This is the same guy who 4 months ago pardoned people who beat police officers with pipes, baseball bats, flagpoles, and 2x4s. You all can't even bring yourselves to hang the plaque honoring law enforcement that protected you and defended this building that day, a plaque that the law requires you to hang. So until my friends condemn the pardons by President Trump of the violent criminals that assaulted our police on January 6th during an insurrection on our nation's capital, until you recognize the brave law enforcement that day, then you have no credibility to speak on the issue of violent protests against law enforcement.